This is a quick look at the Moko case for the 2018 iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch version. This case wraps around the edges of the iPad, which gives it a little bit more protection. The iPad snaps into the case in a satisfyingly secure way, but it does make the case a little bit difficult to remove. The cutouts for the buttons and the speakers and the plug, these are all pretty good, but the buttons on these new iPads are so shallow that being recessed even a little bit into a case like this just makes them a little bit harder to access. And specifically, the USB-C cutout is fine. Both the Apple plug and monoprice plugs seem to fit in no problem. I think if you have any problems with it, it might suggest that maybe you have not the greatest cables. Aesthetically, the cutouts could be a little bit nicer. They're just a little bit rough, but that's being really nitpicky. As with most iPad cases, there's a magnet in the cover, which when opened allows you to automatically turn on or when closed turn off the iPad. The pencil sits nicely on the iPad without any interference from the case, but the pencil is still a little bit loose when it's got that magnetically connected to the iPad thing going on. And I just wouldn't be comfortable like tossing it into a bag and having it bang around in there. I just worry that the pencil will get lost and come off too easily. The back is a slightly flexible but hard plastic that transitions to a somewhat softer front cover. This transition feels nice, but the front is harder than most cases, and combined with the fine texture that too obviously repeats, makes the front cover look a little bit cheap. But this is just the materials being honest about what they are, so I'm kind of okay with that. It's not really that big a deal. I'm being really nitpicky here. My only real gripe, and it's kind of a small gripe, is that the front shifts a little bit when it's closed against the screen. You can see this here in the video. It's not great. I guess the other thing I could complain about, if I was going to complain about anything, is that the Moko logo is embossed right on the front for everyone to see, but it's pretty understated. Here's the real thing though. This case was $11 from Amazon delivered as of December 2018. And that's just super cheap. And really that price didn't affect which case I bought. I was looking for a good case. This looked like it fit my needs, and it does. If I'm looking at prices, this looks like a $25 case, and that's in the cheap case range that you would find on Amazon, places like that for aftermarket cases. Overall, this is a light and thin case that complements the iPad nicely. Oh, and I should point out, this is not a paid review. I paid for this case myself, and I use it every day.